Hello for the final time from Milton Keynes, the Marshall Arena, where QSchool 2021 has just come to a close. Day 4 has been brought to an end with a victory for the former Lakeside World Champion, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺. It brings an end to 10 days of QSchool this year, this new format that's absolutely mammoth. And he's beaten Danny Baggish, a man who had to come through the earlier qualifying bit to get through to the PDC Tour. We already knew 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺 was going to be on it. Danny Baggish didn't. More of that later. But let's just show you on the Dot Connect system. There we go. How 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺 got the job done. He needed to go on a deep run today, and he's gone all the way. Starting off by beating Alan Norris in the very first round. I mean, that in itself could have been a stumbling block that ended his hopes of getting a tour card. But 6-2, 6-1, 6-2, it got harder. 6-3 against Carl Wilkinson, 6-4 against Andrew Gilding. Goldfinger was coming back at him there, but then he managed to hold it together. A very decent display against Danny Baggish, the American, for a 6-2 victory in the final. It means that Scott Mitchell, who did play a lot of stuff on the tour last year because he did so well in the opening Challenge Tour weekend of the year, he is now a tour card holder. We're going to show you a little bit of 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺 reacting to it, and off the back of that there's a little bit of Danny Baggish. These interviews, the extended ones, will be appearing on the PDC social media, but a note on Danny Baggish: he had pretty much nothing coming into today in terms of points, and he had to go on a run. He thought he had to win the final. In actual fact, he only needed one leg. He just managed to do it, but he really didn't know. He burst into tears after that match when he was told he got a tour card, because he thought his dreams had been shattered at the very final hurdle. But here he is, 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺 Mitchell, tour card holder, and Danny Baggish as well. This is the moment that Scott won it. We spoke to you after day 2. To a couple of first round defeats. You said, I've got it in me to win one of these, and you have. Congratulations.
Easy to say 2 days later, eh? You know, I just wanted you to interview me. You're the man. So, massive, honestly.
What does it mean to you? You're a WDF World Champion. You've played plenty of Pro Tour stuff over the last 12 months because you did so well in the Challenge Tour, but to be among the tour card holders, part of the professional circuit in the PDC, what does that mean to you, Scott?
Michael and I know each other quite well, and we've had a little bit of banter last year, and do you know what? It's kind of cool. I run 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗺 6-5 both times I played him last year, and yeah, it's just, I know I should be there, but you've kind of got to. How does that happen? I'm a farmer's kid from this little village in the New Forest, man. This shouldn't be happening to this isn't normal for us, you know. We're more worried about who's feeding the horses when they shouldn't be, and it's a 50 quid fine, you know what I mean, on the forest. It kind of, I come from this little village who know me as Scotty the tractor driver, and I just keep trying to be me.
You can give it all this little Scotty the tractor driver. Duz has done plenty of this. I'm just a humble man from Middlesbrough. You've proven over the years that you're one of the best darts players on the planet, and you know you should be mixing it with the likes of Price and Van Gogh, and this gives you that opportunity for the next couple of years.
Look, you don't win BDO, WDF, whatever you want to call it, World Championships without anybody getting a dart at you if you're not good. So,
Danny Baggish, congratulations, you're a PDC tour card holder, but when that winning dart went in for Scott Mitchell,
yeah,
did you think you were?
No. I put so much pressure on myself, I felt like I had to win it. And then when I got done, they told me.
We saw we saw at the end there, that means a lot to you.
Yeah, y'all know by now. I just wear my emotions on my shoulder, and I've gotten so many messages. I think I got more fans in the UK than I do the States. It's just unbelievable. This is a dream come true. You know, you could play the Worlds and whatever the case may be, but I'm a professional dart player.
Well, really good to see some proper emotion from those guys. Just shows what it means to them. They sacrifice a lot to chase their dreams of being a professional darter. No more than the guys who come from overseas, the likes of North America, Australia. Gordon Mathers, shout out to him for getting his tour card. Let's show you who has won tour cards from the UK section of QSchool. You see 𝗱𝗿𝗄𝗺 kicked us off as an automatic winner. Jason Heaver, a new boy, contrast to 𝗱𝗿𝗄𝗺 who's come through QSchool 4 times now. Jake Jones, another man who had a lot of talent as a kid, hasn't really done anything, but now he's got a chance to show he can mix it with the big boys. And then Scott Mitchell, a genuine, bona fide world champion. Scotty Mitchell getting his place on the PDC Tour. And then a real mix of players from the Order of Merit. Chaz Barstow agonisingly missing out because Danny Baggage has just snuck in there, the gambler. But John Brown joins his dad on the tour. Steve Brown. You've got Peter Hudson, Joe Mernon returning to the tour. Alan Souter, who's been very, very impressive. The fireman from Scotland. Andrew Gilding, Martin Luteman, Louis Williams and Jack Main at the top of the table. Jack Main, Martin Luteman didn't even bother turning up for the final day because they knew the job was done. Now that has dealt with the Milton Keynes section of things. Congratulations to all 17 guys who picked up their tour cards here. But of course we had the parallel QSchool over in Germany. It was done and dusted a couple of hours ago now. The big story was some Dutch fella. You can hear from him.
It is the big news from QSchool in Niedernhausen. 𝗱𝗿𝗺 is back. Raymond, you left it late, but you did it. How big is the relief?
10 days here, and at the end I managed to have a tour card. I never ever played in this competition, but I really think this is one of the hardest parts in my career. It's not easy. A lot of fantastic players all over Europe. And well, due to the ranking, I managed to have a tour card. So happy, yeah. Of course, I'm happy. Yeah.
I mean, these entire days, I always thought he's putting in really great performances, but there's always someone who beats him there. How much was that playing on your mind?
Well, it's so strange sometimes, you know. Even like today, I was playing so good. I beat Martin Schindler, you know, who hit a 9-dart finish against me. Then it went well, and then played Niels Sonneveld, and I missed six darts for a double, then 2 darts for the match, and then he managed to go to the final. I was already there. Maybe you lose sometimes. You lose some concentration because you're already there. You had the tour card. But at the end, I wanted to win on the day, you know. But today, Boris Koltsov did, and fantastic. I think the best 8 players, you know, in Europe had the tour card. So we see them next week in England.
Well, the 5-time world champion there. He is going to be back on the PDC Tour. We thought he'd retired. He did retire. He's not retired anymore. He's coming back. He believes that the best players did qualify through the European leg of QSchool. Let's show you who has come through over the 4 days. Well, 10 days, really, because some of them have had to come through the QSchool preschool. 𝗱𝗿𝗄𝗺, the Belgian. We've seen him before at the Grand Slam of darts. 114 average at the Grand Slam when he played in one of the group games there. But now he is a PDC Tour card holder for the first time. Geert Nenches, a very, very talented young Dutchman who made the final on day 1 and then won outright on day 2. Florian Hempel, the former handball player from Germany, some German representation in the automatic winners. And then Boris Koltsov. We've not seen a Russian player with a tour card. Now we have, because it is the Viking who's done it. And you can see on the standings, magnificent stuff this week from Martin Schindler. Hit a 9-darter against 𝗱𝗺𝗺 on the live update, if you were watching earlier on as well. Niels Sonneveld, 𝗱𝗺𝗺 there, of course. Zoran Lerchbacher, Adam Gavlas, a really exciting young talent from the Czech Republic. John Michael of Greece, Michal Unterbuchner, and Robert Marianovic. And look at it's very, very tight. Rusty Jake Rodriguez and his brother, Roby John Rodriguez, narrowly missing out. Some very good stuff from the 2 Dutchmen there, Luke Peters and Lorenzo Pronk, but an early exit means that Pronk is not going to be taking his place on the tour. There will be other opportunities, of course. We don't know what this year looks like exactly. We've got certainly plenty of Pro Tour stuff coming up with the Super Series in just a few days' time. That'll be up at Bolton. You're going to see one of those every month. We've got the UK Open coming up, and all the guys who've qualified for the Pro Tour will be involved in that. But that brings an end to this mammoth new format of QSchool. We have seen 29 players step up, some of them returning to the PDC Tour, and an incredible, tantalising mix of talent. We've got guys we've never really seen before, the likes of 𝗱𝗢𝗎𝗺, who's just sort of turned up and averaged 96 on a day and got himself a spot on the tour, lives 250 metres down the road from Luke Humphreys. We've got talented young players like Louis Williams and 𝗱𝗏𝗺. We've got our first ever Russian player in Boris Koltsov. We've got the first North American or first USA tour card holder for a decade in Danny Baggish, who just squeezed through in the most dramatic of circumstances. And I think everybody will probably be talking about this one more than any other. Raymond van Barneveld. He's back. We're not. We're off.